Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy Father's Day. My name is Terry Toot, and welcome to Bite Time. Today's show will be called Sounds Right. We're going to talk about some the latest audio acquisitions that have occurred in 2025. There weren't that many, but some that are significant that we could talk about, and who the companies are. So we'll get into all that. Not much on the scene of sports. Major League Baseball's doing their thing. NBA is winding down. The series is tied 2-2, and they're heading back to Oklahoma City. I think there's a game tomorrow, not tonight. Yes, they play Monday. Okay. Other than that, it's dreary here in Maryland. I don't know where you are, but it was a beautiful day yesterday. Got up to 90 degrees, and but we're gonna have a great show. This is gonna be a short show today, really, really short. All right. So let's come on back, have a great show, and live your funk. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Once again, welcome to Bite Time. My name is Terry Toot, and today's show will be called Sounds Right. We're going to talk about some audio acquisitions, mainly on the consumer side. And we're going to talk about how this particular acquisition was able to snowball into other companies. Okay. And like I said, this is going to be a short program today, but we'll be back here either Saturday or Sunday of this weekend. Okay. But I decided to do a show today to say happy birthday, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and give yourself a round of applause. I also want to say a special happy Father's Day to my father, Mr. Harcourt Toot, who is in heaven. I know you're up there making some conch fritters up there for everybody, and some peas and rice and all that good stuff. As you can tell, my father's from the island. He's from the Bahamas. So, but yeah, he's up there doing this thing. So, love you, Dad, and we're all good down here. All right. But on that note, let's get this show started. So, ladies and gentlemen, we all love speakers. We like the surround sound systems. We like our now turntables coming back vinyl. We like those things that we had back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, and they're making a revival. But now it seems as though um, Samsung, they make the great TVs and audio computers and everything. Now they have acquired a company called Massimo Audio Business. Now, Massimo is in the global medical technology. Okay. Um, they do a lot of work with a bunch of other companies such as uh, with Philips, Adam. We got GE Healthcare, Space Labs, and Zoll. But Massimo had owned audio companies, very particular ones you have heard of, ladies and gentlemen. Bang, AKG, Bang Olufsen, Harman Kardon, Infinity Audio, and JBL. Now, Harman Kardon was bought by Samsung for $8 billion in 2017. Now, Samsung has bought Massimo for $350 million. So now, and then also, Harman Kardon, excuse me, had acquired Room, which is a music management company of streaming platform in 2023. So it's amazing that Samsung is making these acquisitions because AKG's is very. Now, I have a set of AKG headphones. Okay, they're very good. Bang Olufsen, they're a high-end audio speaker company. They do high-end speakers. Harman Kardon. I have the one of the Bluetooth. I have the Bluetooth speakers. My sister told me on to them. Infinity Audio, very high speakers and sound systems. And JBL, I have the Bluetooth headsets. Okay, and so right now at this point, Samsung, after they had to get everything approved by the Senate and everything, they will control 60% of the portable audio market. That's a big chunk. I mean, we're talking a big chunk. And if you've never heard of Bowers and Wilkins, they are from the UK. They make high quality loudspeakers and headphones. They were founded in 1966 by John Bowers and Roy Wilkins in Worthington, England. So I've heard of them. They're very high end, very, very high end. Now they have dipped into the personal or consumer market of the headphones. But they started out making, they both of them met, Bowers and Wilkins. They both met when they were working for the Royal Corp of Signals in the World War II. And they had a shop selling radios, televisions. And then they got a blessing of money to help with their company. And after since then, uh, like in 1966, customers really enjoyed their sound and everything, and then they started producing P1 loudspeakers. Um, then they started building the Kevlar cones. You know what they are? They're inside their speaker. Um, and then we came up with the Nola speakers. So they make very, very high end. And then in 2009, Bowers and Wilkins entered the headphone market. They started out with the P5, and now they have slowly getting their niche into the headphone market. Okay, um, history P3, they came out a headphone that was lighted, and some of the other ones. They were having issues, ladies and gentlemen, with their headsets because they were rated highly, but the noise canceling was not the best. Okay, so um, they came out with a carbon edition in 2020, a PX7 design and elements are enhanced, everything. Then it came out in 2021, PI7, PI5 um, earbuds. Okay, high resolution, they're getting better. 2023, they come up with the PX8, PX7, PX72, PI7, 72, PI5, 72, PX7, S2E. All right. These are all over the ear models and they're very expensive. I'm hoping that with this acquisition by Samsung, they'll be able to bring the price up, but they are high end, ladies and gentlemen. Bowers and Wilkins. Okay. Um, like I said, people always say, why are they so expensive? Because they're hand assembled. They're not on a conveyor belt like Samsung or some of the other companies. They're just like Bose. They're hand carved, extensive work on them, and that's why you're getting the precision. And you know they're very very expensive. So, and I've heard good things about Bowers and Wilkins too. The speakers are very reliable. Like I was saying earlier, ladies and gentlemen, I was talking about AKG. AKG is one of those companies that the Massimo Audio had purchased. Okay, and AKG, I never knew this before, but they're known as, they're originally known as. Let me, if I pronounce my German is terrible. So then, how they got their name is Akus, Akustisch und Kino Herate Gesellschaft. I don't know German. I'm just taking a guess. That's what you come up with AKG. It was founded in Vienna in 1945 by Dr. Rudolf Gorky and Ernest Pless. Um, so their specialty was providing film at movie theaters in Vienna, but they got into the microphones, headphones, and then like they said, They first produced headphones in '49. They introduced the cardioid microphone that I'm talking to you now. Oh! Before I go any further, I am talking to you, ladies and gentlemen, on a new microphone that I received as a Father's Day gift. This is the Sennheiser E835 microphone. It is. Let me know. Just let me know. Give me a thumbs up or something out there. Let me know how it sounds. Does it sound better than my other microphone, the Audio Technica 2040, or is this the one that could make or break? So you just give me a heads up and let me know. It'd be greatly appreciated. This is my Father's Day gift from my lovely lady. Um, yeah, they came up with a cardioid, which is a heart-shaped microphone, which I'm talking to you on right now. That was in 1953. And in 59, they had open back headphones. 1978, they developed innovative headphones like the K34. So they make high-end headphones for recording studios. Very good. I do have a pair of Bluetooth ones, but um the ones that they have for recording studios are probably some of the best in the world. And they were recognized um when AKG was bought by the Harmons back in '94. They received a Grammy in 2010 for the contributions for the recording industry. Like I said, a lot of engineers use AKG headphones in the recording because there's something about their headphones that are like really really good, and engineers really enjoy them. Um, in 2016, Harman announced to closure AKG's Vienna facility. So I think when I bought the AKG headphones, they're in California now. Um, but now Harman Kardon bought AKG. Now Harman International was purchased by Samsung in 2017. This is what I'm saying. It's a culmination of snowball effect of Samsung buying all these companies. Okay, like I said here, and what they say is the AKG brand is still used for professional and consumer audio products, including microphones and headphones. They are recognized, ladies and gentlemen, as some of the best in the world with their headphones. They really, really are. So, um, if you're a person that's an audiophile, they make superb headphones for um, for your high end stereo systems. I would recommend those for that wire to wire. Of course, it's Sennheiser, and but AKGs they have mastered that. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be a quick show. I just want to test and see how everyone's doing, and also and let you hear my new microphone. Like I said, this is a Sennheiser E835. Just let me know how you like it. Like I said, this is going to be a short show, but I will be back. We'll say either Saturday or Sunday. We'll do a more full show. I basically want to do this to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers too. Um, I could tell you a story real quick. My father loved to go fishing. I didn't like it. That was not my cup of tea. Here I am, 7, 8 years old, and him and my brothers are fishing because they're crazy too. They like to fish. And I'm like, this is not for me. Sitting on the bank of a lake or someplace like that and wait for a fish to come. So I'm like, damn it, I'm going to keep myself occupied. So I got some rocks and I started throwing them in the water. My father wanted to tear my behind up because I was throwing the rocks in the water where he was trying to catch fish. I know it sounds corny, but a die-hard fisherman, they don't like to be disturbed. You know what I mean? And I was a pain in the ass that day. So, but on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to say goodbye. I hope you enjoy your week. Please, 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 ladies and gentlemen, let's let's work this out. We have some things going on in the world. We just got to keep our heads up, and we're gonna make it through this. We're gonna make it through it. Okay, we're definitely gonna make it. And I just want to say, if anybody coming on, thank you for coming on today. Once again, happy Father's Day to all you fathers. I know I was telling my lady, said none of the restaurants are crowded. Don't give a damn about the fathers. Come Mother's Day, you stand in room all, you can't get a place to sit. So this is my shout out to the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. We're gonna leave on the note of Lighter Than Air, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoy. This is a very beautiful jazz song. So we're gonna end the show on this note. Lighter Than Air, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck and be well and take care. We'll be back here either Saturday or Sunday. Take care.